conversation, then your audience is gonna like run for the fucking hills. So she's like, "You're really smart."
Can't you just put her in a state of hypnosis?
I think I dehypnotized her by texting her in the morning like a bunch of messages, like unnecessary suggestions, and I just became too extra real quick.
Oh,
But the thing is about an entertainer, who has an audience. She's a pretty successful musician. Somebody pointed out to me on this app that they're undateable because they're in a relationship with their audience.
yeah. Some of these people, entertainers, even narcissistic tendencies
I
that
mean,
makes them undateable.
the problem with narcissists or narcissism is it's still just a concept. Also, like that's just saying they're selfish or mean or nasty or a miser. It's like people throw the term narcissist around a lot, just like the word ego.
Yeah, but there's a few of them on this app. People who just like to hear themselves speak rather than the conversation.
Well, does it, when a bird is chirping, at 5 in the morning and doing a love song, like it likes the way it sounds, but it's trying to attract people. So people who are big talkers on this app, um, they're just peacocking.
Yeah, I mean, not you, because you're always just doing your rooms, but
No, this is my
you know
peacocking.
what I mean.
I'm a smarter peacock. This is an intelligent peacock speaking here or chirping here. Wait till I get to the roomie. Then you're gonna, oh, come to London, John. I want to make love to you and take you to the fanciest dinner in all of London. Roomie, as you smoke a little bit of cannabis. So I'm gonna pack myself a little cannabis before I begin reading this ecstatic. What time is it
Trying to, because I'm only seeing these messages now.
there?
I don't know.
Okay, this is roomy. Risk your life to feed desires, yet you give your soul only short grazing spans, and those grudged your handsomeness and carry it to the cemetery. Food measures going from table to latrine. You live between deaths, thinking that's right enough. Close these eyes to open the other. Let the center brighten your light, your sight. The soul fell into the soup of nature and started mixing with all manner of delicious and not so tasty ingredients. Our ink trail. Some scholar who,
Yeah, I know, but does it make sense to you?
yeah, this is poetry. I mean, it deals with God mostly. I mean, there's wisdom in Rumi's poetry. A lot of stuff like I read once it said like when the bird escapes the cage, it doesn't fly back to see what it doesn't fly back to gather up its droppings. It's like talking about relationships. Rose garden, I long to see your face. In the taste of sweetness, I long to kiss your lips. The flowers are blooming with the exultation of your spirit. By Allah, I long to escape the prison of my ego and lose myself in the mountains and the desert. Lonely people tire me. I long to revel in the drunken frenzy of your love and feel the strength of Rustam in my hands. It burns with the fire of passion. Lovers leave traces of where they've been. The wailing of broken hearts, pure, of unimaginable beauty, bringing with you the essence of love. You transform all who are touched by you. Mundane concerns, troubles, and sorrows dissolve in your presence, bringing joy to ruler and ruled, to peasant and king. You bewilder us with your grace. All evils transform into goodness. You are the master alchemist. You light the fire of love in earth and sky, in heart. Om. Aroused passion. O God, let all lovers be content. Give them happy endings. Let their lives be celebrations. Let their hearts dance in the fire of your love. My sweetheart, you have aroused my passion. Your touch has filled me with desire. I am no longer separate from you. These are precious moments. Tried to remember in my heart what I dreamt about during the night before I became aware of this morning of life. Found in my dreams, but the moon took me away, lifted me up to the firmament, and suspended me there. I saw how my heart had fallen your path, singing a song. Between my love and my heart, things were happening which slowly made me recall everything. You arouse me with your touch, although I can't see your hands. You have kissed me with tenderness, although I haven't seen your lips. You are hidden from me. I shall be happy, even for insults from you. I only ask that you keep some attention on fragrance that intoxicates this garden. Is it your spirit that has made this brook a river of wine? But this pain is not for those who come as lovers. You are easy. You are in the breeze and in the river of wine. Know that my beloved is hidden from everyone. Know that she is beyond the belief of all beliefs. Know that in my heart she is as clear as the moon. Know that she is the life in my body and in my soul. My hallucination, I saw my beloved's flower garden. My vertigo, in my dizziness, in my drunken haze, whirling and dancing like a spinning wheel, I saw myself at the source of existence. I was there in the beginning, and I was the spirit of love. Now I am sober. There is only the hangover and the memory of love, and only the sorrow. I yearn for happiness. I ask for help. I want mercy. And my love says, look at me and hear me because I'm here just for that. I am your moon, and your moonlight too. I am your flower garden, and your water too. I have come all this way, eager for you, without shoes or shawl, to kill all your worries, to love you, to nourish you. Oh, sweet bitterness, I will soothe you and heal you. I will bring you roses. I too have been covered with thorns. My burning heart, I am surrounded by enemies, but I am free as the wind, no longer hurt by those who reproach the world. I have lost my senses in my world of lovers, is burning with love. All can see this flame. My heart is pulsing with passion. Okay, that's my burning heart. We're going to move on to Caught in the Fire of Love. My heart is on fire. In my madness, I roam the desert. The flames of my passion devour the wind and the sky. My cries of longing, my wails of sorrow are tormenting my soul. You wait patiently, looking into my love. Even so, you have always been connected to me, concealed, revealed, in the known, in the unmanifest. I am life itself. You have been a prisoner of a pond. I am the ocean and its turbulent flood. I fell to the ground. Your love has made me sure. I am ready to forsake this worldly life and surrender hunger for your taste. I can sense your presence in my heart, although you belong to all the world. I wait with silent passion for one gesture, one glance from you. Do you love me? A lover asked his beloved. Do I have become a scholar? I have lost all my strength, but from your power I am able. If I love myself, I love you. If I love you, I love myself. If you die in this love, your soul will be renewed. Die, die. Don't fear the death of that which is known. If you die to the temporal, you will become timeless. Die, die. Cut off those chains. Die. Come out of this cloud. When you leave the cloud, you will be the effulgent moon. Die, die. Die to the din and the noise of mundane concerns. In the silence of love, you will find the spark of life. The hunt, the lovers come. The lover comes, the lover comes. Open the way for him. He's looking for a heart. Let's show him one. I scream, what you came to hunt is me. He says laughingly, I'm here not to hunt you, but to save you. I am, and I am not. I'm drenched in the not having played the game of chess, I'm already the checkmate. Not having tasted a single cup of your wine, I am already drunk. Not having entered the battlefield, I'm already wounded and slain. I no longer know the difference between image and reality. Like the shadow, I am, and I am not.
Answer them or something. So then, how old is these people? Oh my God. Yeah, so I'm saying. So they playing.
Okay, this is from a poetry book. What up, George? We're reading Rumi. We're reading Rumi. ASMR. Therapeutic dialectic. Hi, Mara. Hi, Melissa. Welcome back.
you guys do this, I'll do that. So this is the 10% that we talked about.
Thanks. He break it and take and said, take, eat. This is my body, which is broken for you. This do in.
I'm looking for. Look, you see right here, KB. Yo, what's up? Look. I look to my brother right here. He this is his spot. He run the shit, but I just be here with content. So like they ain't believe, but he already checked out. But he want to talk to Demi though. He looking for Demi. You said, yeah, bro. Oh, she ain't got a problem now. Oh yeah. Yeah, but listen. Me, what?
Bro, I was in camp. Hold up. God damn, bro. I'm about to go. Bro, I was in camp. Hold up. God damn, bro. I'm about to go into work. Please let me finish this shit. So look, when I was in camp.
Nations? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So now I'm going to expound. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So now I'm going to expound. So now I'm going to expound. Moderation.
You asked a question. It was clean. You want to expound on that question?
It was a clean yes, too. You heard it.
You want to expound on that question?
It was a clean yes, too. You heard it.
Yeah.
Before, like, there was not, like, organizing just their communities in Africa. Like, the Igbo too, for example.
We're losing. You guys
about those are all objective.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you there.
Okay, good.
But now,
sorry, Alpha, go ahead. What were you gonna ask?
No, I was wondering when Andre made his argument for the should you gonna have a watch party, we just watch it live. But nowadays we get
Yes, that's correct.
But it doesn't
Okay,
say
hold on.
specifically.
I'm it says old mess.
All I'm saying is, it's crazy how in a specific religious factor, there's a lot of war happening. More than.
It's true.
and there's another company from New York.
Hold on. What would you say, sister?
I just wanted some clarity. Did y'all say boobies?
Do this here, Agostino.
No, listen.
To that end. All praises. I've been hearing that all.
But objectivism is right, and I can't tell you why it's right, and I can't contrast other views to tell you, like, oh yeah, like I actually know what like the opposing views are. Then I would say, like, yeah, holy shit, I'm actually being dogmatic because I don't know what I believe in or why I believe in it. I just accept it on faith. But I'm literally
It's the same thing with the argument, with the anti-Western argument, when they say, "Oh, the West is 1, 2, 3, 4," and I say, "Compared to what?"
He's a daddy a few years ago, and it's been 14 years now between Windows, but ICANN, the organization that runs the internet, they are opening up new GTLDs, and that could be a great opportunity in 2020. I think that's got to hit our list. Eileen, I know you were gonna say something there as well.
Yeah, it ties in actually regulation, energy, and real estate.
sort of a little bit of an idea, but I'm hopeful that some regulation will be applied to some of the heavy AI players in the field.
I don't know. They just come to you.
جدی
بعد آخه داستان الان اینجوریه که دیگه نمیتونم بگیره جدید. میگه این آردی شما تا مثلا
Answered your question. Answered your question, and you're not accepting the answer. You're not accepting the answer.
That if a man fucked a prepubescent little girl after his man.
Anybody aware of that?
Season 1 was on the documentary. You know that was as a TV show.
Okay, I have
listen to
problem.
Sijuwade.
You were really into Game of Thrones, right?
That's Sijuwade.
Yeah, that's the
It's gonna be entertaining.
I don't have. I don't know, 5 years ago. I was like, super
Are you
into, like,
do you believe that the AP analysis kind of focuses on the black Americans? And kind of disregards other black identities across the world. So like I think it just focuses on mostly those who are
When people come here,
come from the line of chattel and slavery
I
in
came to
America.
the West. My family came to the West.
It's another level. So the industry doesn't mess with her. Like, no. But at the end of the day, she's gonna make money for her label. So she's gonna get all the same resources. And Azealia Banks has never had that. She's never actually.
That's why I'm getting these YouTube
What
clips
does
all
this
the
have to
time.
do? Yeah, bro, the critical race theory.
That's why I'm getting these YouTube
What
clips
does
all
this
the
have to
time.
do? Yeah, bro, the critical race theory, bro. What does it have to do with
Are you getting them as well?
So we're getting there slowly.
You're saying,
Yeah,
I don't
think
just have to
so.
talk the conversation. This goes back to
Did
my
that work?
I know my
You're so weird.
You're weird.
I love you.
So weird.
You caught me on God.
Mama putting up with Drake.
You are is weird.
Y'all niggas petty.
You not gonna touch her no more.
Y'all niggas petty.
You not gonna touch her no more. She wants us now.
Okay, what were you gonna ask, Will?
I think the account is not like the persona is not dead and gone. It's just
And you would say like really, really mean things about me.
The Democrats, you say
Every time I came in, you would just be like so harsh about how I don't know anything and how stupid I am and how much I blab. Remember that?
Keep going.
Oh, no, it was just all that kind of stuff. And you were really consistent with it. And I just wanted to say that, yeah, I think it's been nice having this different, more mature, just a kinder side of you.
Well, thank you. I think reading poetry is like a neurolinguistic program, or dialectic therapy. You are all having a lovely day, and you make it the most joyful day you can.
do you want me to translate that?
To what, Farsi or Arabic or Greek?
Oh, fuck himself. Yeah.
Latin?
I don't know how to receive it.
Well, I've deposited it. It's transferred, and it's duly noted. I mean,
A objective mind, which would have been Will's, and then my mind, my insecure mind, but I feel like mine would have been more accurate. What I heard him say was, well, I still think all the would come in your room and you would just insult me. You would introduce me on your stage and you would insult me.
Well, see,
And they were just constant insults. Yeah, okay, sure. No, the conversation I ever had with you was this year, sir. It was this year. The conversation I ever had with you was this year, sir. It was this year, and I was shocked.
Yeah, maybe this year.
Yeah, it was this year, and there were 2 other people in the room, and I remember it very specifically because we were all having Infinite Abundance was one of the person that was in there, and we were just
Well,
I think somebody. Well, maybe that's just for you to remember. You were really harsh for a really long time, and all of that was recorded, and you were so mean and so cruel. But I'm glad that whether you weren't aware of it or whatever, it's not here anymore. I'm grateful that time is gone.
This conversation reminds me of shit that my mother says, and all I can say is check the record. There's a reason why I record everything, because I am trying to self-improvement. And if I did do something which was, vulgar, I don't think it was vulgar what I was doing, but if I was disagreeing with you politically with regards to revolution or anarchy or some type of, position that you have, and you took it personally, I wouldn't necessarily call that a personal attack on your character or who you are or your intelligence.
I'm not going to be gaslit by you, John. I'm sorry. Stop. Please just stop, because I'm not connected.
Well, you just said to me, I will not be gaslit by you.
I don't know whether to take you serious or not.
I will not.
I don't know whether to take you serious or not. You have the hours of recording. Please go listen to it anytime. I encourage you to. And no, I disagree with people on the daily basis. That is what I love to do. I would much rather be in a room on stage with 100 people that disagree with me than 100 people that agree with me. That's why I go into these other rooms where everybody on stage disagrees with me. The only pro-pally boys on a whole stage of 20 people. I do it all the time. I never have issues with people because it's nice to not have somebody just be constantly just cruel and rude and nasty to you.
Well, I like to be in the now, and that was one of the rules I liked in Mojo's room was don't bring up drama from old rooms, because that forces you to be in the now moment, which is the blessed state. Again, I'm just hoping and praying and wishing that all of you make the smartest decisions. Maybe read a book to have the most joyful day you can have.
Amen.
I like this resolving problems. Who's next?
I'm sorry,
we're working on Will's flat ass. We're working on Emma and John.
You can't.
Who's next?
Please about my ass with John.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's going to be archived.
Yeah.
It's going to be archived in infamy, and it's probably going to be part of some AI data set 1,000 years from now.
Okay, so what do you think happens? I'm sauteing some potatoes now with my onions. What do you think happens to the bone broth if I stick a little bone broth in there? Am I boiling out all the good stuff?
Well, you've taken away the caramelization that's occurred. Sort of thwarted that.
Oh, but it's so beautiful and brown, I don't care. The onions are gorgeous.
Well, I didn't understand that. Was that like a celebration of?
I think I'll boil the broth. Heat it up, but don't boil it. No,
don't boil it.
Be a better way to go. Yeah, just get it warm, but don't boil it.
I cooked all that shit up. I just recovered from my mistake of putting bone broth in there.
They kicked me to the goo.
It won't boil. It's just gonna take it forever.
Dude, I knew some guys, Lebanese guys from Beirut back in Florida, and they had these, they had this white kid that used to work in a tire shop, and back in Florida, and he was like a fucking miscreant. Like his His mom and dad were both dead. He lived with his grandma and his grandma.
Balance, Council of Balance, Council of Queercy, Sinus.
The first day, they gonna put me into the office and I'm not keeping up. I said, y'all just gave me 3 trucks. I'm not keeping up.
A lot of everybody in here kind of new.
These are mostly people from Yonkers.
Oh, I remember when Bart, yeah. I don't get here that much, but I remember when Bart made the room. It was like. Still are you?
And my family's from like the East Jerusalem area.
By the way, Mira, speaking of the Palestinian guy, he just happened to randomly message me.
Which one?
The older one.
But turn those contacts into real life interactions. Your heart needs it. Your soul needs it. The right brain knows. And you can't fool the brain. Lesson 3. How do you exercise the right hemisphere? By doing the things that you really need with the time that you've gotten from the technology that you're talking about in this summit. Love abundantly. My friends, I've got the data. I've been doing this for years. People say, what's the solution? What's the secret to happiness? Here's what it is. Happiness is love. Full stop. I'm talking about the way that you love other people. The most complex thing you can do, by the way, is falling in love romantically, because it's the most unpredictable.
There's a saying that you are the sky, everything else is just the weather. And they just want you to stir it a little bit.
And why wouldn't you be included in that set? What exempts one from that set?
Hold on, I gotta call this.
Anything?
What did you say?
I said, what would exempt one from that set that you referred to?
A set? What are we, like? Some kind of like data science or some shit?
Well, whatever. No, look, I'm not moving 730 necessarily. It's full of build usage of that group that you just that you characterize the drama. What exempts someone from it? Hello?
Hi, is this Bunk? I tried to make a reservation, but I got the time wrong. I made it for 5. I was wondering if it's possible to do like 7:30 instead.
Yeah, let me take a look. You said you made a reservation for tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me 1 second. What was the name under the reservation?
John Kitover. I thought it.
John. Yeah, we've got you booked for 2 guys, and you were hoping to change that to something a little later?
Yeah, maybe 7:30.
Yeah, let me see if I have it. Yeah, I can go ahead and move that to 7:30 tonight for you, John. Would that work?
Okay, fabulous. Thank you so much. It's my birthday, by the way. Best wishes.
What happened?
Success. That's what happened.
Oh yeah, well, reservation went through. My attention petered out there at the end. I'm talking to my delivery driver. What happened?
I got us into this like super hard RSVP restaurant for 7:30, which is, prime time reservation.
Who are you going with?
A doctor. An oral surgeon.
Nice.
Sure. On a Friday night?
I'm sorry, say that one more time? Yeah. You didn't answer my question, by the way. You just, took a call. But, you avoided me as well, and why shouldn't that be the case?
Yeah. I agree.
When magnets aren't meant to, come together, right?
This ain't nut to butt, butt to nut, my friend. This isn't some kind of LGBTQ conversational club. This isn't nut to butt, butt to nut, buddy. I am here for self-development and personal improvement. So, it's about, unfortunately, developing myself. And in the process, I hope that other people might get a clue that, they're the weather.
Yeah, I don't know, it seems more deliberate toward that end. I imagine you catalyze a lot.
Let me ask you a question.
I don't know that you're doing much to create.
Let me ask you a question, Harlequin. Let me ask you a question here.
We're really great if I could have finished that point. We really had to punch you in there.
Go ahead, repeat it. Get that punch.
On a person's conclusion, it just makes them look like they've been gibberating the whole time.
Gibberating?
So
never saw that in categories come up. Let me ask you a question. Describe to me putting together a plate of Thanksgiving food. And then tell me which item on a plate. And then tell me which item on that Thanksgiving plate.
Can we do the plate?
What item on that Thanksgiving plate is the catalyst? Go ahead.
The catalyst for what?
You were talking about catalysts, and I'm asking you to describe what is a Thanksgiving plate, on your plate, and what item on that plate, which food item would you consider the catalyst?
So what? I think I've asked more questions and maybe drawn a few patterns that I've noticed, but I don't have any hard conclusions here. Just something I've noticed. It just seems to me that it's a label or even a venue trying to cultivate and create it deliberately. Because then it would just seem that to me it would be the case that you would be all about the furnishing of the content of what it means to be developed or to develop oneself instead of just simply reiterating and recapitulating the label, the category. This is self-development, right? Okay, but in virtue of what? Other than just the assertion. Because it seems to me, like I was saying earlier, before you so rudely cut me off, is that if, as I said, I used to think that, I'm avoiding you, but I've more so recently come to the understanding that I think you avoided me as well. I think there's a reason, much in common for that, same reason. If you look at, archetypes and tropes, literary tropes are like this. Give you an example. Do you, I don't suppose you watch, well, are you familiar with, different tropes the empty hero trope, for example, that archetype? It's a somewhat modern label, but it's on a yes.
No, I never heard of it.
Well, you contrast the Harlequin archetype quite well, because with the Harlequin archetype, it's almost seen as a lower energy, a lower god that mocks from afar the institutions, the status quo, the powers that be. You're in the court, but that smashes and bulldozes its way through. And that's actually more so the empty hero, right? That's what I'm contrasting the Harlequin archetype with, the empty hero, that sort of modally, or the avatar mode, right? You have this light switch on, and suddenly this person is just in a very two-dimensional, it's kind of a flat archetype, but archetypes kind of are that way, right? Anyway, I just think it's interesting because
is now, and the now is the God.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
I think God lives in the present. I think that's where we talk to God, if at all. And I'm mostly just saying in your head, right? Because it's the closest state of reflective conscious awareness, being aware of pre-reflective consciousness, which is, just to my understanding, like just even analytically, like linguistically, like broken and nonsensical. But like there seems to be this like flow state, right, where it's like you're aware of your immediate surroundings in a very Zen way, and I think that is where you cultivate that sense of presence and meaning and all of those virtues therein. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get an amen, John?
Oh, I'm gonna give you something much better than amen. Because amen means truthfully, but I'm gonna give you certainty. Have you seen that movie Wishmaster?
I'm sorry, which movie?
Wishmaster.
I'm not.
Well, you should go on YouTube and watch it. It's just kind of funny.
All right, then I'll do that. Good day to you.
Oh wait, I'm not finished yet. Oh, he left. Okay, Tara Q. Chavez. Our Harlequin has left us. Too bad. We weren't finished.
I didn't leave my country. I'm born here.
Yes, you're the son of refugee. Your parents fled the war, correct? Oh,
I don't have to answer you.
no,
Who said that they
because the answer is obvious.
No.
Yes, it is.
Oh, look, maybe you let other people speak a little bit.
All right, let's have other people speak.
I want to tell you, I want Canadian, let other people speak. Candidate, why you're not my friend? Candidate, why you?
We are friends, Amos.
Oh, I haven't seen, but now we are friends. No. Till now, only you ask me, but I don't know who you are. You want to remind me who you are, candidate?
I live in Chicago. My grandparents are Jewish. My father's Jewish. My aunt is Jewish. My uncles are Jewish. My cousins are Jewish.
And when do you come to Israel?
Last time I was there was 2017, maybe 2016. Tel Aviv. Stayed at the Dan Hotel. Well, if it helps you coexist in the now, well, you're in the blessed state, the peaceful state. So, mazel tov.
So, Wyrock, what about this title? It was on coexistence. So, why did you come here? And we're not hearing an answer.
Oh, here is Daniel. Long time I haven't seen Daniel.
We're talking to Daniel.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Machi.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. Even to my favorite Hamasnik Amos. Shabbat shalom, Amos.
What about to the Kahanist from Brooklyn, near Norman?
To everyone, but especially to the Hamas supporters.
Hamas supporter. Not anymore. Tell him.
They don't want to give up their weapons. It's kind of unbelievable.
Are one person allowed in Israel?
We're talking about Gaza now.
I mean, it will quite be unfair if like Israel has
Wyrock, we're talking about Hamas terrorists in the tunnels right now.
Hey guys, could I just speak to Amos for 1 second?
Samson, I never give Samson a...
He's been getting more the past week, and I keep getting kicked out for no reason, and my friends keep getting kicked out too.
Okay, Stanley Samson will come in a minute. I want you to come in to hear and to hear you. Why you think kick you?
No, honestly, I don't even comment. I'm just in the audience, and then suddenly he just kicks me, and he's the only mod besides me.
First, I had you there. Now everybody had me like that, and I apologize. Second, I don't agree any moderator give. It's a block. It's a rule. It's something like iron that nobody is allowed to block someone or so out from the room. Only I allow the green to mute, or if people like more bothering so much, so we can put them down on the.
No, he just keeps kicking people out, so please don't give him moderator again.
Okay, I'm very glad that you told me, but I would like you to stay. And
I'm gonna stay, but just don't give
listen to Samson what he has to say about it. I'm sure in 10-15 minutes he will arrive.
Okay,
But I know he will be. I like to hear his side, not only say kicking.
Yes, no problem. Sorry, guys, continue.
Back to coexistence now.
Yeah, great. You have something to say about my country?
What did you have to say?
Hey, El Normo, thanks for reading the Tanya earlier to me the other day. That was nice. Anytime El Normo just, wants to read Tanya, we can get closer to coexistence now.
El Normo is not really for coexistence. Really? Did you think that I was hiring you to speak for me? Why, Rock, you're not smart enough to speak for me. We could talk about Central African Republic again, but when it comes to my relationship with the neighbors of Israel, I think you need to learn a little bit before you can speak for me. Anyway, so
I learned a lot about the Israel.
Oh, good.
I learned a lot about that stuff. Let's talk about it.
Well, we're talking about the Hamasniks in the tunnels right now.
Let's talk about it.
We are. So the Hamasniks in the tunnels right now, inside the yellow line, I'm sure you know what that is. They want to come out of the tunnels, but they want to keep their weapons. And I was just from Amos mentioned it earlier on, and I just think that's the most chutzpahdik thing I've ever heard. I think it's hilarious.
By the way, in this opinion, everybody say the Hamasnik, like the Hamas. In this is a very, we say, I'm very Victor Lieberman. The way he think about, they go out with their hands up, get them. So we move them to Israel, investigate who are those people. Some of them are killing our soldiers today.
It's a funny situation, though, Amos. And I'm surprised Israel's not just killing them. But maybe we want to use...
Because you honor Majesty Donald Trump will not let Israel kill them.
You could be right. But how would
Isn't it funny how Amos has a coexistence? It's like a people and kill them. Your Trump is not letting us kill them.
Yeah, I get you.
And also the newspaper, the Hamas.
I get you.
And Israel very stupid. If it was Bibi Netanyahu, they were already released. But it's good that they're still keeping them. They show even movies how they pray like this. As long as they keep the last body, especially the last keeping one body, everybody shows that he's the soldier. Daniel, what is his name? The longest time.
Golden. There's also a person with mental issues. Golden.
Oh,
that's okay, Tom.
And
this is a body or a person?
Israel know for sure that they know where he is.
No, they know where he is.
They do.
Like they did it, it's lost and no one knows. Hello?
Hi. You want to read some Tanya?
Well, I have some Rumi. Do you want to hear some Rumi? It's just Rumi love poetry.
You got me into Tanya, can't
Well, my friend, my Jewish friend Max and his father have a business called Pronunciation Workshop, and they teach international speakers how to speak American English, and 80% of their customers are Muslims. And they absolutely love my friend's father, Dr. Gruber, who is a speech therapist. And I was telling him you should offer a course on poetry reading. And I like to think that what he does is actually hypnosis for his clients. But he teaches his clients how to speak American English. And anyways, I told him he should read Rumi, and then he was worried that Rumi might have, anti-Jewish stuff in there. And there could be, but this Love Rumi poetry book I have does not. But it's a really nice poem. I'll just read you a quick one. It's called Surrender. It says, "In love, nothing is eternal but drinking your wine. There is no reason for bringing my life to you other than losing it. I said, I just want to know you and then disappear. She said, knowing me does not mean dying." So it deals a little bit with the Shekhinah, like the feminine aspect of the divine or God, stuff like that.
Very nice, although a little morbid.
Well, can't make an omelet without.
I think that was a Bolshevik expression, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, the Jewish expression is split the pumpkin while it's boiling.
Where's that expression from?
I have this book on interesting practices, like when to cut your fingernails, all kinds of weird little things to. I think they're like little Zen sentiments, like when you cut your fingernails, that's like a moment to be in the now, like the eternal now. Things like that, little things that this book points out, which are Jewish tradition or Yiddish or whatever. But interesting. What was that?
Does your husband like hearing Yiddish folk tales or like Yiddishisms from you, Grace? Does he find it interesting?
Is my husband? Yeah. My husband is a scholar. Of course he does. He laughs. I rarely use it. My father spoke Yiddish, so I'm used to it, only hearing it from him.
I rarely get to be in a room with Daniel since he blocked me. I'm so happy. I missed you.
Yesterday, I davened with a whole bunch of Bubba's Hasidim. So they were all just talking away in Yiddish. It was kind of an unusual experience to be around, to be surrounded by Yiddish speakers.
Norma, I just asked my husband, and he said he likes it when I speak Yiddish.
I thought he would. I thought those old folky expressions are they have similarities with expressions from Chinese.
My husband said no, they don't.
Oh.
That's his opinion. We don't know.
So, Monica, what do you think about my PTO?
Without lies, Palestine dies. I disagree, but it's a nice sentiment. Thank you for sharing.
I can't think of any alternative to that expression.
Daniel and Norma, you always ask me to say something nice about Israel. I want to say that...
I've never asked you to do that.
But Tomer Yerushalmi is a fucking national hero. She is so impressive. I think history's gonna vindicate her, and she's gonna go down as a hero. Huh?
Why hero? Why is she a hero?
She's a hero because she acted against her office. She broke the law. She violated her office. It was a betrayal, but she did it as a whistleblower in patriotism, out of love for her country, out of love for justice, out of love for better recognition.
She released fake anti-Jewish propaganda. She made a blood libel.
No, it's not fake. She released real footage that she should not release.
No, why is she a hero?
Oh, just fake.
Hold on. Why is she a hero?
She did it out of love for her country.
No, she did it to
hurt Israel out of love.
She did it, you know that. Hold on, no, please. She did it to protect her own soldier, her own unit. It's a PR move. It wasn't like about anything moral. And she lied to the Supreme Court. And what we need for the IDF is not something like this.
Agreed.
This is horrible. This is horrible. And like in what way is that like patriotic or like helpful or like anything like?
Because whistleblowing is always illegal. It's always a violation of your office.
She didn't whistleblow. It wasn't a whistleblow. I don't think that you know the chronologically of the.
I do. Let's go through it. Release the video instead of showing it in court the way it should have been shown, right?
You know
the criticism is that she lied after the video was leaked. She started her investigation while she was the one leaking, and then she lied to the Supreme Court. If she had said, I leaked it, all right, pardon me for leaking, I shouldn't have done. But what she did was a complete violation of trust and anything that she should stand. So she's not a whistleblower because the arrest came after the complaint. Basically, she was the reason that she released this video was basically because of the arrest. So they were saying like, oh, why they're arresting soldiers during the war, and then she wanted to show, hey, there is like a reason why there was an arrest. Okay, she was basically defending the prosecution, not anything else. Okay, this is why she's not a hero. There was a way she could have done it differently by going to the specialized body in the army, which is the spokesperson, and said, listen, we have a problem. You need to deal with this because that is his profession. Her profession is not to manipulate the public perception or to do any of this. She needs to deal with the law. And what she did was illegal by the fact that she lied to the Supreme Court.
Daniel, so from what I understand from the people who are close to her and who are speaking and from her own statements, is she felt hundreds of cases that were brought to her that she did not investigate, chose not to, and this was a particular because of political pressure, because her hands were tied politically to do anything to support the army, and her job, to remind you, is to protect the army from being charged with war crimes and to protect the soldiers. And when she tried to investigate and do her job, her hands were tied. And so finally something egregious.
What do you mean, hold on, what do you mean hands were tied? She did investigate. Her hands were not tied.
There was political blowback. Anything she would do.
Yes, there were a lot of, there was and she should ignore it and do her job. This is not her job to manage, to play in the political realm or to do this. It's not her job.
It was clumsy what she did, and you're right, she did do a lot of fucked up shit after that's hard to explain.
The entire thing was a complete betrayal of her position, of her power, of her trust. I'm sorry, Buttercup.
Okay, let me tell you why I think she should be Stop. Let me tell you why I think she would. I'm talking to Daniel.
You've been talking over it. I'm talking too. Stop talking over me. She's a complete traitor. She released fake video. They fed a blood libel. It's obvious that there was no rape going on in that video. The video has got two different date stamps on it. It's obviously not from the same date. It's clumsy, and all it served to do was to feed more lies, as in your PTR, Daniel, more lies to the people who make you. It makes sense. Since you're on the record as saying that you want to dismantle Israel, that's a quote from you, and that you believe that violence is an appropriate response to oppression, and you want to take apart the Jewish state. Of course you like her, because what she did is helping to destroy the forces that want to destroy the Jewish state, just like you. So if you want to destroy Israel, you have a good hero there. Buttercup, and you're Rochel, and you're as much of a traitor as she is on land.
You have been a prisoner of a little pond. I am the ocean.
Wow, I hope it didn't hurt her feelings.
She'll be back.
I am the ocean. I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm sure she brought that up so she could say something outrageous, something disgusting.
Yeah, I don't think she thinks it's outrageous. I think that she just is, on a side that a lot of us are not having anything to do about other people.
Buttercup, talking about Buttercup?
Yes.
Well, you're never gonna change. You're never gonna change Buttercup's perspective ever.
Ever.
Never. That's ingrained so deep in her brain that she views herself as being a leader of a resistance.
That's exactly her words. What, Amos? Were you going to say something?
I'm going to say what? But if you say you're
everybody is a chicken from cat and no carry of dust, don't come up and speak. Not chicken, don't come up with your words. So waiting for Samsung so I can ask last.
Oh God, she's back.
Oh,
Daniel. I was having a great conversation with Daniel and he left.
Buttercup.
He's here.
Buttercup, let me ask you a question. I describe your position as being the leader of a resistance. I don't know if you believe that or not, but do you think you're being political?
I'm here to talk to my people. I'm a proud Jew who has maybe sometimes views outside the mainstream, but I'm here because I wanted to connect with my fellow Jews and have a conversation because I think there's particularly in the diaspora, it has very little to do with Israel, though it always seems to involve Israel, about the soul of Jewish identity and American Jewish identity and what it means. And
you're an educator. I see, you're a teacher. You're a rabbi. You are a rabbi. You're here to educate the souls of these diaspora people. I understand, Buttercup.
No, I'm a human and I want to have a conversation with my people, and I've been able to have very constructive.
What makes Jewish people your people? You own my people? These are your people? Why are Jews your people?
Number one, he's recording. Number two, he's being really disruptive.
No, I think what he's saying is right. You're a traitor. You come to betray your people, but yet again, this is what you do every day.
Rose.
I actually like talking to you about this because you have a different perspective that is valuable to me. And
don't run, Buttercup. If you're confronted and you are being triggered or gaslit, don't run from it. Embrace it and communicate. You are in the communication industries. You come here all day long, 80 hours a week, lying and creating anti-Jewish sentiment. I mean, what is your goal? What's your objective? Answer the hard questions, Buttercup, or you'll go nowhere. You'll go, Daniel, create another room, quick. I mean, Buttercup, explain yourself.
So, in a healthy democracy, there is free speech. There is, you hold people in power accountable. There are agencies that provide a check on power. That's what a healthy society is like. And if you love your country and you're patriotic and you love your people, then you speak out and you're civically engaged and you challenge authority and you challenge people in positions because you love them and you want it to be better and you want it to be strong and you want it to be sustainable.
Oh, that's such a cool story. That's such a cool story, Buttercup. Almost, can you confront Samson, the piece of shit, for kicking everyone out? Thank you.
He's not here, is he?
Yeah, he's not here.
He's in the audience. If you want, I'll sing to you in Farsi. As usual, as you want about everything.
Buttercup, let me.
He was one of the worst mayors in U.S. history, but I'm sure Mamdani will be even worse.
Buttercup, what is more intelligent, the brain or the heart? And why? Anybody else can answer because Buttercup may be confused. The question is, what's more intelligent, Buttercup, the brain or the heart?
Maybe you should take a minute and look up and see who's with a Democratic Socialist. One of the worst mayors in New York history.
Actually, he was part of the party, but he ran on the Democratic.
Oh, you actually looked it up. You mean the way Mamdani ran on the Democratic Party?
Yes, Al Normal. I'm going to agree with you. You're right. I didn't know that. I learned something. You don't have to get so angry. I learned something.
I'm not angry. I'm delighted. You're right about everything.
What about de Blasio? Did you hate de Blasio too? You hate all progressives?
I campaigned for him and raised millions of dollars for him.
You did?
You are.
I didn't cover it during Dinkins' era, but I do know de Blasio very, very well. He did accomplish UPK, which was a huge accomplishment, but it was generally...
It was the only thing. If I was in president, he never did anything else again. And he presided over a massive failure. He's generally regarded as the second worst mayor of all time of New York.
Okay.
And he was praised warmly until he screwed.
So I guess the stereotype in New York is whether progressives can lead and can they govern, you know? They have ideas.
It has to do with whether you're good or not.
Well, generally the stereotype in New York and generally the theory of thinking is that progressives might be idealistic, but they don't know how to govern. They don't have the practical skills to compromise.
Buttercup, when was the last time you did something kind for someone? I want to know, truthfully. When was the last time you did something kind for someone in the real world other than running your mouth on Clubhouse? Thank you, Buttercup.
She tried to dismantle the state of Israel, come in and say that she loves her people.
No, I'm arguing for a more sustainable Israel that is more sustainable for Jews and Palestinians. That's what I'm arguing.
What does this word sustainable mean?
I love Israel so much, I want a sustainable future for it. Unlike you, we want more of the same bloodshed. You just want more bloodshed. That's your plan. My plan is peace. Your plan is bloodshed.
I didn't say I wanted.
You have no plan for the future. I do.
I have a plan for the future. And you're the one who said you wanted to dismantle Israel. I never said I wanted bloodshed. So you're a liar, which is not a good trait in a journalist, Rachel.
Listen, El Normo.
Why are you calling you Ruffles? What is this, like Fiddler on the Roof?
El Normo, it's almost Shabbos, and this is a coexistence room, and that was a great burn, I gotta say. And I do enjoy the roast of Buttercup, because you know what happens when you cook butter in a cup? You get liquid butter. How are you feeling right now, Buttercup?
Is this fun for you to watch the assholes? Is this interesting to anyone?
We like watching you be fragile. It's so typical.
Of what?
Of lying, brainwashed, destructive children who just want to destroy others. And then they grow up and they become destructive grown-ups. They want to betray their family. You want to stab the Jewish people in the back while pretending to love them. It's quite amusing.
Almost. Danielle and I were having a good conversation, and these people are being disruptive. Can you clear the stage for a little bit?
Remember, I changed the room for you. Change the you just move to the audience or you mute them, but if somebody interfere you, I give you moderator, feel free.
Thank you.
You block somebody, Buttercup?
No, I block no one. I just moved El Norma to the bottom.
Okay, don't mind.
Wow. It's an argument, isn't it, Buttercup? You know, you are an immature, angry young woman who pushes people around. That's okay. You can kick me down too and demonstrate what I'm trying to discuss right now. Is that you're,
Anyway, Who else wants to come up? Daniel.
Censor!
Conversation.
I love when girls take over rooms.
Yeah, me too. Well, I don't think we've met. Tell me about yourself.
Queen. Fascist.
About regarding, like, if you want to talk about Palestine and Israel, what do you think? Do you think a one-state solution is good or a two-state?
I have an idea. I really
Green
hope
bean
that there could be a
fascism is what I
one-state
call it.
coexistence, one state where everyone has equal rights and everyone can vote and everyone, and it's a fair immigration policy, and people who are punished, people who do war crimes are punished equally under the law. People who, that's an ideal vision, and I think that's the more sustainable future, because I feel like two states, Israel's never going to agree to like real sovereignty in the other state. They're never going to have an army, and they're never really going to have security, and they're always going to be warring with each other. I think at some point you just have to learn to live under one state with a new model that gives everyone the same rights, you know?
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I think segregation can cause a lot of issues. I think one state is good as well.
Thank you. Well, for saying
I mean, you're Jewish, so any congratulations from her is you're on the same position.
Lots of Jews agree with me, though. I got it from my model is one that was outlined by
Yeah, of course, most Jews would be disagreeing with you.
Okay, patriot or not?
Yeah, what's up with race? Why should we move?
I didn't remove her. No, she removed herself.
I figured, you know, since I'm mayor of New York, I have all this time to talk to everyone. Clubhouse.
See, he loves Jews. A picture of Mayor Mamdani with the Hasidic rabbis and
so why is she a patriot?
Okay, so listen, she fucked up. What she did was very sloppy, but like in America, we also have similar things like this where people breached their office, revealed confidential information, and they did it in the interest of the public good and justice because they thought.
Y'all gotta stop. Whoa.
Hey, honestly, we need a strike.
A lot of people. Wait, I can't remember eligible.
Nah, run, nigga.
And I agree.
I'm 35.
I agree with you.
So we're gonna give John. Everybody gonna mute up. I'm gonna give John. I'm gonna let John go first. Give him a minute to just say his thesis why he believes that the Earth is flat. And go ahead. Nobody gonna interrupt.
Okay.
Also bring in articles and
Oh, no need to bring in any affidavits. It'll be fine, Judge.
Okay, whatever. I'm just telling you what the rules are. Go ahead. We're gonna all meet up and
Okay, moderators and all speakers on stage, good afternoon. My name is John. I'm going to tell you why the Earth is flat. And it's from a psychological, philosophical perspective. And you can see in my PTR that famous movie Dune with the space worms, where the individuals on that planet and throughout the universe are using spice to modify their consciousness and essentially become, universal. Classic text that says, view yourself as the Earth. And so it's a perspective. Stephen is going to tell you versus geoid Earth. But the thing is, it's so embarrassing to publish a philosophical cycle perspective. It's in quotations true, but from perhaps objective object material perspective and geometrically, it is not true that the Earth is indeed a geoid. And you can go to Wikipedia. It describes the Earth as a changing shaped object, which when zoomed out far enough resembles that of a circle. And the circle is a symbol, a universal and one of the most ancient symbols. And the circle is really is the wheel of life and death. Perspective about the truth of the Earth. I am complete.
All right, cool. So when the time is up, we are going to hear a bell sound. When I do hit the bell sound,
I'll be quick.
Okay, so each one of you got a minute or
And I also believe that you should treat your body as you should treat the Earth. If you should treat your soul as you should treat the Earth. I think this is a deeper concept, John. But even if you look at it in that way,
there's nothing saying that the Earth is flat, even in a spiritual ones. It could still be a globe, or it could be no shape at all. Is that you should just treat it. You should just treat your body and your soul as you treat the land, regardless of what shape it is. And that I land.
So when I say flat, I mean
y'all have a closing argument? Now you can go with your closing argument. You only got a minute, right? Got a minute to go with your closing arguments, and the time starts now.
Okay, moderators, speakers, audience, thank you. I'm going to tell you what Stephen just told you, and I'm going to tell you why he's wrong. He said we agree that it's a globe. I didn't agree with him. I called it a geoid, and I told you to go to Wikipedia to look it up. It is a changing interstellar object that moves, and tectonic plates move. The atmosphere moves. Gases outside of this crusty, watery shaped geoid move. So when we say flat Earth or flat plane, we're talking about a psychological state of mind, what the Japanese might call Zen or Satori, what the Hindus might call moksha or nirvana or enlightenment. Again, I am trying to persuade the listeners here that the argument that the Earth is flat is a philosophical, spiritual argument, not a physical, literal object. But Stephen here has inaccurately described the shape of the planet. I am complete.
I'm going to ask Stephen his closing argument, and time starts now.
John is a very spiritual being, and I will tend to I think he brings some good points at the table as far as spirituality is concerned, and as far as living your best life. I'm sorry I didn't get to any of the evidence as far as to why I believe the globe is a globe, or very specific. It's an oblate spheroid, but it's really, really, really close to a sphere. Really, really, like within one. We understand this because we can look at other planets and see that there are spheres too. How gravity works on gravitational bodies in space is worked on almost on basically every body, so and predicting where they'll be over time. Yeah, I mean there are a lot of reasons, but my time's ending. So the world is a sphere. I'm happy to go into more detail after.
Alright,
so because the air around it is heavier, and therefore the balloon rises.
What about the sailboat? When you put the sailboat, a paper sailboat into the water, as Linda did, how did it float away into the water? Can you explain that?
Why do sailboats float? Questions. I think I'm probably the best resource, and I think if you have spiritual...
Stephen, hold on 1 second, Steve. Darling, don't change the room.
Aerodynamics and books on that. That is not my interest, and I am not going to understand it anyway. And so I am on Clubhouse asking you, you've read all those books that you named, the simple question of how do you relate my soul to this flat earth philosophy, or my spirit, or what is it? I'm not sure. So the both answers did not address my question, I don't think. And me reading up on it is still not going to answer my question.
Well, flat is flat. If you look at it from a Christian perspective, flat is horizontal, which represents the woman who lays down. The inverted, or the phallus, or the pole, or the vertical line versus the horizontal, that's the crucifix. So you're talking about gender. man and woman united. That's the ultimate in the words to try to describe the feeling that they have when they talk about flat Earth.
Well, if I may, just to add something to the room, because I'm enjoying the conversation that you're having for those of you who have religious effect, that may be included in your belief whether the earth is flat or round. I would pose two questions, right? And you don't have to answer these. These are just two questions posted to the room. One, Judges, Joshua prayed for the sun to stand still because they seemed to be losing the battle as the day grew to. Nobody has to answer this. This is just for the room. Does anybody know what would happen if the earth stopped spinning for 1 minute? And two, Joshua prayed for the sun to stand still, and it did for 3 consecutive days. So I just wanted to share that for those who are having a religious effect to whether they believe that the earth is an oblate spheroid, or like Michio Kaku says, a donut-shaped kind of smashed burger, or in fact a equilateral equidistant azimuthal plane. Appreciate you.
I can answer what would happen if the earth stopped spinning. What would you say to that?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone would die. It's pretty simple. Everyone would die. Really, really, really fast. You'd die.
I agree.
Well, see, that's an unnecessary question, just like the question, is the earth flat? You have to think about the necessary question, which is, who are you? What is your consciousness? Is your reality a spirit? Is your reality the flat earth that you feel exists? So the words you just shared with us about stopping the earth from spinning for 3 days, 3 being the trim, what a lot of theists
I'm understanding exactly what he's saying.
You have to realize that when you're talking about God, you are talking about superior intelligence. Intelligence can be, that was immediate intelligence, and there was no more debate. So in this philosophical debate game about flat Earth, you have just heard me try to convince you and persuade you that the Earth is not flat, but psychologically, spiritually, and philosophically, you might call the Earth flat.
The eyes ain't even pieces. The eyes perception is a projection. So whatever motherfuckers see, don't even fucking up. But at the end of the day, y'all gonna put yourself in a psychological disposition trying to even loop it, man. Our cells are gonna be losing spins if we keep trying to prove and disprove. Shit don't gotta be proved, man. The shit already like. Listen, we see chickens eat pecking on the floor, man. They the earth doing its thing. You know, it's growing what it needs to grow. It go die in its moment. It's doing what is naturally in its own disposition. We in distillation. We digressing mentally, warring on Earth's blood. Like what? I'm gonna go back.
No.
I believe the Earth is a sphere without gravity. Please explain.
Sure. Yeah, that doesn't need gravity. You could observe the celestial sphere. That would lead you to the Earth being a sphere.
Understood. Anybody else before I go further? All right. In the science community, is the belief in gravity